channel, I'm Dani, and in today's video I will be reviewing my Marc Jacobs Softbox 20. I've already published two videos on my channel about this bag, the first one being the unboxing and the second one being what fits. In this video I will share with you some details of the bag, so some dimensions, I'll give you some close-ups as well so that you can have a look at wear and tear, and I will talk through some pros and cons and whether I would buy the bag again. So here is the Marc Jacobs Softbox 20. The body of the bag is made of black pebbled leather and it has gold hardware. It has a hang tag here in yellow that says Marc Jacobs, and it also has a long detachable and adjustable shoulder strap that comes in the color khaki green. The top handle here is made of rubber and there is Marc Jacobs debossed in it. The front as well as the back of the bag, they're quite squishy. However, the side as well as the bottom of the bag is quite structured, so you can't quite squish it this way. In terms of the measurements, it is 20 centimeters in length, 14 centimeters in height, and 9 centimeters in depth. In terms of the strap drop, it measures between 47 and 54 centimeters. Since I purchased this bag, this is one of my most used bags. If you follow my channel, you know that I buy premium luxury handbags, but I don't always get the opportunity to use them because I've got a very busy working life as well as a young daughter. I don't take my premium luxury handbags to work because it's sort of frowned upon, and on weekends I sometimes hesitate to take my premium luxury handbags to the playground because sometimes they get attacked by dogs. So a lot of times I do prefer using my contemporary bags, which are more affordable and more easily replaceable. So on weekends, when I know it's going to be a very active day with my daughter, I tend to rotate between this bag as well as my Coach nylon swinger. Now with my Coach nylon swinger, I've already done a first impressions and review video of the bag. If you're interested, I've linked that video in the description box below. So I have taken this bag to the beach, to the playground. It's definitely been rained on and I kind of just wipe it clean. I wear a lot of sunscreen and I reapply sunscreen every couple of hours if I can. I have spilt sunscreen on this before and I've just been able to wipe it off. There's been no sunscreen stains on this, which is really nice because I have had sunscreen residue that I haven't been able to get out of some of my bags. I have bumped this bag as well against things and I'm very sensitive every time I bump my bag, so I feel every bump. And despite that, this bag has got no scuffs and it looks really good. There are some very fine scratches on the hardware, really still very shiny, and the scratches are only noticeable if you look really closely. With regards to the top handle, this top handle is made of rubber. I did mention in my unboxing video that the rubber handle did make me hesitate to buy this bag because I've not had the best experience with rubber. I find that they tend to wear and crack, and right now it's only been 6 months, the handle hasn't cracked yet. The plan that I had was once it wears off and if I still want the bag at the time, I would go ahead and just purchase a third-party top handle from Etsy. The rubber though has just worn as I expect. I don't know how to describe it, but it's kind of developed this sort of cloudy appearance. Otherwise, there's these two compartments. On one compartment, it is totally empty. On the other compartment, there is a zippered pocket at the back, and right now I just have like a care card, a care booklet, I guess. Moving on to the pros and cons of the bag. So the first pro is that I think this bag is an amazing size and shape. Because of its silhouette shaped like a cuboid, it actually fits a lot without being too bulky. I also think it is very pretty. I think the design is very sleek, obviously reminiscent of the Loewe puzzle bag. I actually purchased this bag as a distraction for the Loewe puzzle bag, and it is the best decision I ever made because now I no longer strongly desire the Loewe puzzle bag like I did before. When I bought this bag, it came in 3 colors. So there was this black, there was a blue, and there was also a green. I decided just to be safe and purchase the black one. That was my mistake. I realized that black is not a color that really excites me. I mean, it might excite me when it's new, but then the excitement for the bag dies down really quickly. In this bag, it's nice that it's black and there are some pops of color. So there's a yellow over here and a bit of khaki green. So if you're not someone who's into color and you find that this is too bright, this tag here is actually removable and you can go ahead and wear it without too much color at all. The thing for me is I have owned this bag in 6 cold months. So I've kind of just gone through winter And because in winter, I guess I do wear darker clothing, I have black jackets. When I put this on, I wish it had just a bit more color. Say for example, I actually preference my Gucci Looms bag, and I prefer wearing that in winter, although it's like a floral bag, and I guess most people assume that that's a bag that's more suitable for spring. I find that I just like wearing that bag with my black clothing. I also really love the soft side of this bag because when you're wearing it, even when it's really full, it will sort of mold against your body because it's really soft over there. And when there's weight in the bag, it will slouch a lot more to give it that slouchy Loewe puzzle bag look. The disadvantage of having these soft sides is I noticed that when the bag is full and there are items in any of the compartment, it will push out against the wall of the bag and it'll cause this sort of outdents, and that's just something to be mindful of if it bothers you. So I mentioned before that there are 2 compartments, and I think that's absolutely great for organization. But now let's talk about access to this bag. So first things first, the zippers are actually really smooth. Now when you have items in the bag and it is weighing the bag down and you got to slouch there, the zippers don't open that easily, but it's really easy to then just shift your hand to one side of the bag and to unzip it like that. But one of my main gripes with this bag is the actual access and how small it is for the size of the compartment. Now, I'm not a big person. I'm only 5'1" or 152 centimeters, and I'm relatively petite. I have very small hands, practically childlike, in fact, and I don't find it particularly comfortable to slide my hand through this opening to grab my things out. I find these teeth a little bit uncomfortable to bypass. And to get it as wide open as possible, what I do is I grab the top of the bag here and hold it against the top handle, and that way the mouth of the bag will open as wide as possible. However, even in this position, I find that I need to use a chopstick grip to go in and get my stuff, to keep my hand as slim as possible to get my things out. Because if I go ahead and have a sort of fist grip, oh no, it's a bit uncomfortable, I would have to say. So if you are not someone who has particularly good dexterity and you have quite sensitive skin on your hands, you might want to bear that in mind before purchasing this bag. And if it wasn't obvious then, this is not a single hand in and out kind of bag. It is a two-handed task to get your items in and out of this bag. So the pro of a small opening is that the bag is relatively secure. Even with the bag unzipped, I am not particularly worried that items are gonna fall out. Now, speaking of secure, this is the pocket that I use as the front pocket. So I always have the Marc Jacobs tag on my right side. If I think the front pocket is secure, the back pocket is even more secure because the back compartment is sitting against my body. And in order to access the items, I have to unzip it and I have to pull the bag away from my body in order to access that back compartment. So what I tend to do is I would leave my frequent access items in the front, such as my phone, my card holder, my sunglasses, and in the back compartment I would put things like my sunscreen, my hand sanitizer, car keys, and my house keys. The strap, given that it's adjustable and detachable, of course to me that is a big pro, because if you don't like the strap you can just take it off completely and put on your own one. What I want to mention about the strap though, so I think it's great that it has a strap keeper, but this strap keeper is quite loose and it doesn't do a particularly good job at keeping the strap down. What I've done as a workaround is I've put this hair tie over here to secure the access strap, otherwise it kind of just bubbles up like that. Now, one thing I want to point out with the strap is this ledge over here. I really dislike it when a bag strap comes with this ledge because it can be so uncomfortable if it's sitting in the wrong spot. For example, if it's sitting over the collarbone or if it's pressing against my shoulder blade. As I said, I've owned this bag through winter and sometimes I can feel this ledge here against my shoulder blade through jackets. So I'm just gonna have to see what happens when I wear it in warmer weather over thinner clothes. Fortunately, I do have a workaround, so I'll show you this strap now. This is a strap here that I purchased from Amazon. I absolutely love it. So it's a broad guitar strap. It is adjustable and obviously detachable as well. This is obviously a dupe for the Louis Vuitton multi-pochette accessoire strap. Of course, this one doesn't have Louis Vuitton on it as well. I think it has really nice vachetta on it and really nice D-rings as well. This strap also has an attachment here if you want to, say, attach a bag charm or coin purse, just like the multi-pochette accessoire. So the length adjustment on this is super good. This is long enough to crossbody and also short enough to shoulder carry, and this is why I really absolutely love this strap. Sometimes when I go out, I like to start carrying my bag as a shoulder bag, but towards the end of the day, or if I'm suddenly caught in a busy activity with my daughter, I can convert it to a crossbody strap all in one go. So if you're interested in this strap, I've linked it in the description box below. And the intention for me is if my Marc Jacobs strap is really uncomfortable, I will swap it out for the strap over here. So I paid under 500 Australian dollars for this bag. That was because I was able to find it on discount. I got it for 30% off. So I would certainly encourage you to hunt around as well if you're looking for this bag. Now, would I buy this bag again? This specific bag, probably not. I think this bag would be better if it was one single compartment. So because it's two compartments, that partition over there, I think it would actually be better if the partition was absent. Because if that wasn't there, the bag would slouch a bit more and give you better access to your items. That's my opinion anyway. My only gripe with this bag is the access. If you're interested in seeing exactly what fits in this bag, I've linked it over here. If you enjoyed this video, certainly give me a like. If you think I deserve to be tipped for this video, go ahead and leave me a super thanks where you can nominate a monetary amount to contribute to the channel. Either way, thank you so much for watching this far into the video.